Education Secretary as of Kisi, representing the Catholic bishops in the County Education Board. As a session chairman of County Education Board in Nyamira today, we are saddened by what happened in Riangombe Adventist Primary School, where a child was assaulted. I think that was very inhuman. And as a County Education Board, we can't condone that. We condemn it in the strongest way possible. In school, I think all teachers in our schools, all over the country, as per the law, they are formators of those learners that are under them. And when a child is assaulted in that manner, I think it's the saddest thing that we can ever imagine. I personally, as a teacher, the County Education Board has been saddened by that act, and we feel that as the other members will talk, especially the Deputy County Commissioner will say later, I think the situation should be handled, and that should never be allowed to be repeated anywhere in any of our schools. Allow me, on behalf of the County Education Board, to invite our CEC to come and give a comment about its own cause. And we are very sorry. We are very sorry and very sympathetic to the family of that pupil who was assaulted. The CEC, please.
Thank you very much, Bwana Chair. I'm Kennedy Angwenyi, a CC member, Nyamira County. We have just finished a meeting of County Education Board. Now, we are saddened with what happened at Riangombe Primary School, where a teacher has committed a criminal offense by administering corporal punishment, which is not allowed. So we condemn that act, and that teacher ought to be arrested by the police, and the necessary steps to be taken against him. As a teacher, we expect that teacher should to have followed the code of conduct and therefore refrain from such an act. Nyamira County is a major stakeholder in the education sector, and that is why I came to attend this meeting. We sponsor over 450 students for scholarship. Those students are running in various schools within our county and outside our county. In addition, we also give bursaries for students who come from poor households within Nyamira County. So we are a major stakeholder in the county education board. So thank you very much.
Namai is the Deputy County Commissioner, Nyamira North, headquartered at the Kerenyo, sitting in for the County Commissioner who is not attending the meeting on official duty. And I want to register with you that we came to learn of this incident in the morning through social media as early as 6 a.m. in the morning. And as administration and the managers of security, we swung to action, and the teacher concerned is already arrested, ready for prosecution. As we know, the Children's Act 2022, Chapter 25, Section 3, says very clear that Kenya is a signatory to the international laws, which stipulates very well that corporal punishment is outlawed for all children. And it's not only for teachers. Anybody is not allowed to punish a child using corporal punishment. And as you know very well that violent begets violent. And that's why you cannot meet violence on a child and expect the same child to grow up learning and knowing how to solve problems in life. If we engage in solving problems using violence, then it goes into our memory that even when we grow up, it also goes into marital problems. So we are teaching our children that solving problems should not be violent. And the same teachers have been taught very well. They have learned about the Children's Act. They understand it. And there's nowhere in their curricula, the teaching curriculum, a teacher is taught on how to punish a child. And there are so many other ways on how to punish a child, which are human, which are able to grow a child into a person understanding and not stressed in life. So we are condemning this, and as a government, we've discussed very well in our CEB meeting that as a county, we are not going to condone any form of punishment, be it for grown-ups and even for children. Let's learn how to solve problems as people. Let's learn how to navigate whenever we have even stress in our own self, because life has all manner of stresses. But you don't go and meet your stress on a young child the same way we have seen, because that's criminal. And we are going to deal with this particular teacher as a criminal, and no amount of pressure is going to deter the government from executing its mandate in terms of punishing this particular public servant. Number two, as a county, we've been known for the best results we've recorded during the last year. And we want to nurture the same. And we cannot nurture such results in an environment where our children are not comfortable, are not happy. We want to have our children happy. We want to have our children enjoy learning. School should be an environment where a child interacts with the teacher as a parent and as a teacher in a way that he enjoys, and there's a relationship, a good relationship. Any problem that arises, be it a requirement, a child breaking the law of the school, there are channels in which they are supposed to be handled. We've discussed it very well. We're going to cascade it down to the lowest levels of our systems. As a CEB, we have agreed with the CD, the County Director of Education. It's going to do a meeting with the entire secondary school head teachers, also the primary school head teachers, and the entire Board of Management to make sure that they understand, to bring them on board and understand where we stand as a country and what we stand for in terms of upbringing of our children. And therefore, as we stand here, be assured that the incident is very much regrettable for each one of us, and we do not want to reiterate that a punishment that's going to be meted to the culprit is stipulated in the law. And therefore, we leave it at that until we see to it that our child is safe. Is already under medication. We've been able to follow up through. So we will be following through to see that the child is taken care of and undergoes proper healing so that he goes back to continue learning. In SEC ward in Borabu, and immediately we swung to action. We already sent a team from the Ministry, from the Department of Education, who have done a very elaborate report about it, and immediately the teacher was arrested. So that should be around 10 to 11 in the morning. Yeah.
Safe zone for a runner. That's issue number one. Issue number two, there are those who are forgetting that, we are having difficult children, caning should come back. Corporal punishment will never come back to schools. Never. That one should be very clear to everybody, not only to the teachers, but also to the parents. Thank you.
Somebody says he's been hearing noise or a form of distress from that school and never mentioned or never reported. That's very unfortunate. Because that's why we say you must always be alert. You have what we call community policy. When you hear noise that is peculiar, that's not normal, respond to it by either calling the security apparatus or informing another neighbor to be able to take it up and address it. As of now, we are reassuring the school that nothing of that kind is going to happen again, because already we are going to investigate. We've already written a report about it. What you are saying is already documented. And therefore, once we investigate and find out exactly what was happening in the school, then other measures will be taken against the institution, and especially for the management, because we cannot allow any form of punishment in form of corporal punishment. There are so many forms of punishment, but corporal has been outlawed internationally and Kenya has domesticated. So we can't allow it here, and our parents must be vigilant. If they see something peculiar in our schools, and we allow, the schools are friendly, most of our schools are very friendly. Parents are allowed to come in and out, check on what is happening there. They're not supposed to look at a school as a foreign entity within their neighborhood. Let them know what is happening in their schools so that they can be able to nip anything that is unusual in good time.